Kangaroos. Perhaps of all species, kangaroos have the most unusual way of giving birth. Many have probably heard that these animals carry their cubs in a special pouch, but few people know how the baby gets there. And no, it wasn't inside all the time. The length of a newborn kangaroo is about 25 millimeters, which is the smallest cub among all mammals. A newly born kangaroo is blind, hairless, and with undeveloped hind legs. Honestly, he doesn't actually look like a kangaroo at all. However, in just 5 minutes, this tiny creature manages to make his way into a pouch. Once inside the pouch, he finds one of the 4 nipples and immediately latches onto it. About 190 days after birth, the baby kangaroo can already leave the pouch and play outside. The older he gets, the less he needs this shelter, and in the end, in about 235 days, the baby leaves the pouch for the last. Polar bears. The second largest land predator after the saltwater crocodile, the polar bear, looks impressive and menacing. These are large, heavy animals that can survive in extreme conditions, but when polar bears are born into the world, they look really cute. Cubs are born blind and weigh less than 0.9 kilograms. For several months, the mother, together with the offspring, stays in a cave, and by the time the kids get out, they already weigh 10 to 15 kilos and play most of the day, all thanks to mother's milk. It's almost impossible to see a newborn polar bear in the wild, but we can see them in the zoos, and it turns out that these rhinoceros. Baby rhinos look almost as charming as baby hippos. Looking at these cuties, you simply can't believe that someday they'll grow up to become strong adult animals that pose a real danger to humans. Seriously though, these babies are way too cute and playful. Rhinos don't behave like that, right? Just you look at them. A rhino calf needs about 3 days after birth to learn how to stand on its feet and follow its mother. And although the babies look strong enough, they remain under the protection of the adults for at least 2 to 3 years until a new calf is born. After that, the young rhino begins to live its own life and soon turns into a formidable inhabitant of the savannah. Snakes. Unlike many other baby animals in our video for today, these can hardly be called cute. Nature wasn't too kind to snakes and didn't make them cute or fluffy, although some weird people love snakes anyway. But let's get back to the topic of the video. So, snakes hatch from eggs. A pretty obvious fact, right? And the deadly black mamba, of course, is no exception. In early spring, these snakes begin to mate, and by summer, the females lay 6 to 17 eggs. That's where their parental duties usually end. In about 80 to 90 days, young snakes hatch from the eggs. They're quite small too, usually no longer than 40 to 60 centimeters, almost nothing compared to a 3-meter long adult black mamba. But the newborn snakes are already dangerous. A black mamba, no matter the size or age, is an aggressive and extremely venomous snake responsible for many deaths in Africa. But when a hippo is born, it doesn't look like a menacing giant with huge teeth. A hippo's pregnancy is 8 months long, and if they give birth in their natural habitat, a newborn hippo ends up right in the water. He must reach the surface on his own and take his first breath. Usually only one calf is born, but twin births also happen sometimes. Mothers take great care of their offspring, and don't ever try to hurt them. Hippos easily drive away any strangers, especially males. Sometimes if the population becomes too large, adult males can actually kill babies. However, this behavior is not common under normal conditions. In about a year, the little hippo begins to eat on his own, an octopi. These tiny slippery things that look like the seeds of some tropical fruit are newborn octopi. Yes, they are alive. Most octopus species lay eggs at night. They attach them to the rocks and try to hide them from predators, and some female octopi prefer to carry offspring with them, just to be safe. On average, they gestate the offspring for up to 4 to 6 months, but sometimes this can take a year, and in rare cases, several years. All this time, the female octopus protects the eggs, doesn't hunt, and does not eat at all. Studies have shown that before reproduction, the bodies of octopi go through several changes, so even if the female wanted to leave the eggs to go looking for food, she still wouldn't be able to do it. Soon after the babies are born, the female dies, but for nature, it's not that important. Newborn octopi can take care of themselves.